Hey, leadership family. Monday. If you need a little Monday morning motivation, for me, I was up about 4 a.m., got my breakfast, did a little reading, a little meditation, a little strategizing on what I'm going to do today, but about to go hit a good workout, get the blood flowing, oxygen going, and then, of course, come back and back on that same routine. Eat me something healthy, get me a little work done, catch up on some emails. I got an early day. I got to actually go to a facility today where I'm working with somebody, and we got a lot of things going, a lot of irons in the fire, so I'm really excited. What I want to bring to you for this Monday morning motivational moment, though, is so many people get caught up in defining themselves by the success and outcomes of what they do or their endeavors. What allows me to transcend above the day-to-day micro management of feelings and emotions and thoughts is realizing that I'm not my body, I'm not my mind, I'm not those individual components, I'm the greater whole. So I've learned to become detached from the outcome, learned to become detached from defining myself. But I become extremely engulfed in the process. So I know that can be confusing, but we have egos that, that's my region, that's my P&L, that's my, project. And we allow the minute details of that to affect us to where our whole day can be a roller coaster of emotions. One email can cause us to just have a huge, implosion. So I had a good example where, when you get to higher levels, you're dealing with very educated people from all the other departments that it takes to run a large organization. And there's always, seems like there's an issue with operations versus finance versus human resources. And a lot of that is because those individuals allow their job, the job title, and the specific characteristics of their task to define them. And they can become very, turned off to helping others. They can become very blinded to the overall outcome and get very tunnel vision in on just what they're doing. And so I got a sort of a snippy, we'll call it email from, so a lot of times people, just like in social media, they're keyboard gangsters. But where you're able to step back and detach yourself and realize that, it's just you reading it that's giving it that meaning. I'm literally given that perception. So first and foremost, able to stop, not react, compose an email that was very intelligently written, and also to all the other people on the email, they said, wow, they probably said, wow, this guy's very mature. And it made the other person look immature, but also unable to manage their own emotions. Because when you get to a certain level, vice presidents and all these people, they don't want to be on these emails and copied on things with little interdepartmental drama. And they're intelligent enough to see that as the individual speaking that way as being immature or not able to manage themselves. And if they can't manage themselves, there's no way they're going to be able to manage multiple individuals across multiple facilities. So that's one way you can use this is detachment, is to become detached from you as an ego, from you as a persona. You are not you don't have to define yourself. You are much greater than a manager, a director, a boss. But it doesn't mean that we don't take massive pride in the task. So when I say I'm detached from the outcome and detached from allowing those things to define me as my ego has fallen from that, and I have transcended above the ego, but I have become extremely engulfed, immersed in this system, in the individual parts. So my day, I'm not attached to the overall things that come through my day. I know that business is problems. We're going to solve people's problems. It's going to create problems. Like, if you're not having problems, you're probably not running a very big business. So I expect problems. I don't let those define me, and I don't let the way other people act define me. I have transcended and risen above that. But the task, like the individual things, I get very, very attached to that. And I live in the moment, and I flow through the individual system that gets me to where I want to be. And in doing this, I'm able to not waste energy on negative emotions or just unproductive thoughts and feelings. I'm able to not just conserve energy, but to deflect negative energy and literally, like a sniper with laser point accuracy, direct my energy specifically into the tasks that I want and focus on doing them the absolute best. A lot of people can't do this. And this is something that we focus on heavily in the later stages of our coaching, whether it's with a athlete when they're going up to bat or shoot free throws, or it's a high-level CEO when they're going to do, in front of the board, anything like that. We teach them to take that negative and to immediately detach from it and not allow that to impede the process of getting into flow, to be fully focused on the present, doing the absolute best. You hear pro poker players talk about this. They lose a big hand and they have a way of immediately detaching and then going fully into the present. For those of y'all that know me, I was huge into tennis. Other sports too, but at a certain point, tennis was my jam. And if you notice, a lot of tennis players, right after a point, good or bad, they'll immediately start to sort of mess with their strings to reposition them. And that is a trick that we use. It's sort of like an anchored thing. So it's like, bam, point's over, it's gone. It's like it just disappears because it's done and over. Focusing on what I did wrong doesn't matter. I need to focus 100% on the present and just make sure that I'm watching the ball. So that's what you need to do for business today. Practice detaching from the negative emotions, detaching from the outcome and allowing that to define you, and becoming fully engulfed in the present moment of the task that you're doing. And you will be absolutely amazed at how much better you perform and how much better you feel when you train yourself to detach from the outcome and focus on the task at hand. One last favor, family. Get off social media and get to work.